Have you ever looked at your partner across the breakfast table and wondered where that spark went? Maybe you're living together but feeling more like roommates than lovers, going through the motions of daily life without that deep connection you once shared. If you're nodding your head right now, you're definitely not alone, and more importantly, you're about to discover how to reignite that flame in just 30 days. Well, I'm going to share with you the exact roadmap that has helped thousands of couples transform their relationships from mundane to magical. Now, these aren't feel-good platitudes or generic advice you've heard a million times. These are scientifically backed strategies that create real, lasting change when applied consistently. Here's the kicker. Most couples start seeing dramatic improvements in just the first week. Let's start with the foundation that every thriving relationship needs, but most couples completely overlook. Your connection doesn't happen by accident. It requires intentional daily practices that rebuild intimacy one conversation at a time. Now think of your relationship like a garden. You can't plant seeds once and expect them to flourish forever without water, sunlight, and care. The first game changer is what I call the daily check-in ritual. Every single day, for just 15 minutes, you and your partner sit down without phones, without distractions, and ask each other 3 specific questions. What was the highlight of your day? What challenged you today? How can I support you better tomorrow? This simple practice creates a safe space for vulnerability and shows your partner that their inner world matters to you. But here's where most people mess this up. They treat it like an interrogation or a problem-solving session. The goal isn't to fix everything your partner shares. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply listen with your full attention and say, "Thank you for sharing that with me." When people feel truly heard, emotional walls come. Now let's talk about physical intimacy. And no, I don't just mean sex. Non-sexual touch is the secret weapon that most couples abandon. Research shows that couples who engage in regular affectionate touch release oxytocin, a bonding hormone that creates feelings of closeness and security. We're talking about holding hands while watching TV, giving shoulder rubs after a long day, or simply hugging for 20 seconds night after work. Here's a challenge that might feel uncomfortable at first, but delivers incredible results. For the next 7 days, initiate physical affection with your partner at least 5 times daily. A kiss goodbye, a hand on your back while they're cooking, playing with your hair while you're talking. Watch how this simple shift changes the entire energy between you. The third pillar is creating shared experiences that break you out of your routine. When couples fall into the roommate trap, it's usually because they've stopped being curious about each other. You assume you know everything about your partner, so you stop asking questions and exploring together. This kills the mystery and excitement that initially drew you together. Pick one new activity each week that neither of you has tried before, and take a cooking class together. Go hiking on an unfamiliar trail, learn to dance, or even just drive to a part of your city you've never explored. The key is novelty. When your brain experiences something new with your partner, it releases dopamine and creates positive associations with that person. You're literally rewiring your brain to feel excited about your relationship again. But what about those deeper issues that keep surfacing in arguments? Here's where the emotional archaeology technique becomes invaluable. Instead of fighting about the dishes or whose turn it is to walk the dog, start digging deeper into what these surface conflicts really represent. Usually, they're about feeling unappreciated, disconnected, or misunderstood. When tensions rise, pause and ask yourself, what am I really upset about?
Then share that vulnerable truth with your partner. Instead of saying, "You never help with housework," try, "When I'm doing all the cleaning, I feel like you don't notice or appreciate my efforts, and that makes me feel invisible in our relationship."
And this approach opens doors to real intimacy instead of building walls. Here's something that will surprise you. While gratitude is relationship rocket fuel, start a shared gratitude practice where you each share one thing you genuinely appreciate about the other person every day. Not their actions, but their character, their qualities, their essence. When you train your brain to look for what's right with your partner instead of what's wrong, your entire perspective shifts. The final piece is creating rituals that are uniquely yours as a couple. Maybe it's coffee together every Sunday morning while sharing your dreams for the week ahead. Perhaps it's a technology-free dinner once a week where you really talk and connect. These rituals become the foundation stones of your relationship identity. Remember, transformation doesn't happen overnight, but it also doesn't take forever. 30 days of consistent, intentional effort can create momentum that lasts a lifetime. Your relationship is worth fighting for, and you have everything you need to make this happen. And the question isn't whether it's possible, it's whether you're ready to commit to becoming the partner your relationship deserves. Start today. Your future selves will thank you for taking this first courageous step toward the love story you've always wanted to live.